Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
Greetings, friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 28 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like psoriasis and eczema and rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system, it is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis, and while some folks may call that healing, renewing, regenerating system a miracle, it is simply the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we welcome your phone calls on The Bright Side. Our phone number is 844-236-6010. That's 844-236-6010. If you have questions about the longevity products, formulations, ingredients, something you may have heard about on the news, skincare products, we're here for you. Of course, if you have a success story or if you want to contribute to our conversation, 844-236-6010 is our number on The Bright Side today and every day. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products or join the Bright Side Ben team, you can call the phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470, or head over to my website, brightsideben.com. You can hit on the Join the Team link right off the website. For a one-time $10 fee, you can start yourself a longevity business and help me in my mission to educate the world about how powerful and how important a good nutritional supplement program can be. You can help change lives. And you can help change your own life. You can start yourself a business and enjoy all the tax benefits associated with having your own business, not to mention earning thank you checks and writing off your home office and your mileage and stamps, etc. Offer a one-time $10 fee. Where can you start a business for $10? 866-735-2470 is the phone number for the Bright Side Ben phone team. They can tell you all about it, or you can go over to brightsideben.com and sign up right off the website, brightsideben.com. Also want to remind you to check out my blog, pharmacistben.com, which we update regularly with news stories as well as blog posts. And thank you to Robert Lundgren, my webmaster, who does such a creative job at pharmacistben.com. Okay, so we are talking about the digestive tract, anxiety, mental health issues. This used to be unappreciated, the connection between digestive health and the digestive tract and mental health. Psychological health. It used to be underappreciated. At least when I graduated pharmacy school, it's only been the last 20 or 30 years that we've begun to delve deeply into what has been called the gut-brain axis. Love that term. In a May 2013 article in the journal Trends in Neuroscience, the headline, The Gut-Brain Axis, How the Microbiome Influences Anxiety and Depression. Microbiome is the fancy scientific word that describes the universe of bacteria that live in our gut. Micro for microbes or microscopic life. Biome for the world or the universe of biology. Microbiome meaning the bacterial universe that live in our digestive tract. The microbiome, or the gut-brain axis, how the microbiome influences anxiety and depression. This was an article that described the link between the stuff that comes out of bacteria, the stuff that bacteria emit, and the relationship to the nervous system and the brain. Bacteria in the microbiome can even affect our food choices. If you think that hamburger looks good, it may be the bacteria that are telling you that. How interesting is that? Our food choices, at least according to an article that was published in Science Daily and that was in turn an article that reported on a study that showed up in the journal Bioessays. According to the article, researchers concluded that microbes in the gut influence the dietary choices we make to favor foods they like. That's amazing. The bacteria in the gut will actually affect our brain to want us to eat certain foods, at least according to this study in the journal Bioessays. And what kind of foods? Foods they need, foods they like, foods they need to grow on. So not only are these bacteria essential for making vitamins and detoxifying poisons, not only are these probiotic bacteria that live in the microbiome, that compose the microbiome, important for helping us digest our food, utilize our food, absorb our food, not only are these bacteria critical for the health of the digestive tract, for the intestine, but these bacteria are really clever. They're proactive. They don't sit around waiting for us to pick the right foods. They actively make us eat stuff they want, as opposed to just sitting around waiting for whatever food happens to drop down our gullet. That's amazing. This relationship between bacteria in the gut and psychological health and mental health is articulated really well in a book called The GAPS Diet, the Gut and Psychology, or the GAPS Syndrome, the Gut and Psychology Syndrome. That's the relationship between the bacteria that live in the gut and our mental health. Author Natasha Campbell. I always get her name wrong. Natasha Campbell. Love this book, and this is a must-have for anybody dealing with psychological health issues, mental health issues, and especially important if you're dealing with autism, or you have a child who has autism, or you know somebody who has autism, or schizophrenia, or any psychotic disorder. The substances that are emitted from the bacteria are called endotoxins. That means toxins within. Endo for inside, toxins for poisons. Poisons within, toxins within. Under ordinary circumstances, these endotoxins that get secreted out of the bacteria, they stay in the intestine as long as the digestive tract is healthy and strong and robust. And of course, we know that's not always the case. For most of us anyway, our digestive systems are not healthy and strong and robust over the course of our lives, especially if we're subsisting on the standard American diet. We're not getting enough nutrients we need. We're not eating correctly. We're not supplementing. Many of us, over the course of time, little leaks develop in the gut. We've talked about this many times. It's called leaky gut syndrome. And the blood, the systemic fluid, the blood that travels throughout the body, is located on the other side of the intestine. So when you get these leaks, leaks in the gut, endotoxins from the bacteria can get into the blood, and then we're off to the disease races, and all kinds of problems can result from this condition called sepsis, S-E-P-S-I-S, which doctors know is life-threatening, but it doesn't have to be that bad. It can be subclinical. It could be a minor kind of sepsis, a subclinical sepsis, subclinical dirty blood that's still affecting our health and still affecting our mental health. Leaky gut syndrome is not uncommon, and eventually, for a lot of folks, these endotoxins, these toxins within, these poisons within, will get into the blood. They'll create toxicity throughout the body and especially in the brain. And once these toxins get into the blood and once they get into the brain, the body will interpret this as some kind of survival threat. Indeed, it is a survival threat. And if this happens chronically, we will be under a survival threat imperative. Our bodies will be secreting the biochemistry of survival. Not good. The biochemistry of survival is important for surviving, of course, but it's not good for long term. So if we're chronically eating the wrong kinds of food, and over the course of time, our digestive system is breaking down, and over the course of time, these wrong foods are feeding the wrong kinds of bacteria, and over the course of time, these wrong kinds of bacteria are secreting poisons into the blood, eventually, we're going to be running into survival mode. We're going to be running into anxiety and jitteriness and nervousness. We're going to be running into activation of the survival system in terms of blood pressure, in terms of constipation, in terms of hypothyroidism. All of these are signs that the body feels like there's a survival threat, or is feeling like there's a survival threat chronically. This is not a good situation, obviously. This connection between the brain and the digestive system is really starting to become understood, and it's something that we really want to take into account. It doesn't seem on the surface of it that there would be a relationship between mental health and the health of the microbiome, but indeed there is, and we have to take an intuitive leap. We have to take an intuitive leap to understand this connection And of course, it's so easy to correct. So easy to correct. First thing you want to do is make sure you're getting on a good probiotic supplement and, of course, eating fermented foods as well. Buy Illumina Nightly Essence, get a book called The Art of Fermentation, eat sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, tempeh, etc. Health is easy, you guys. That's what the Bright Side's all about. We'll be back right after this.
It's good to know you are in control of food, your greatest dependency. Go Foods are storable for 25 years, quick fix, non-GMO, kosher, health store quality food at discount store prices delivered to your door. Go Foods is there when you need it most. Feed Your Frida package is available with up to 3 months of food for free. Call Go Foods at 1-800-648-9753 or on the web at www.storefoodnow.com.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Hi, John Hubner from Midas Resources. Are you tired of watching your hard-earned assets dwindle away? As government spending is out of hand and the Federal Reserve is creating in excess of $20 billion a week, are you tired of stockbrokers gambling away your hard-earned money? Is this market a setup for a crash greater than 1987? Too many of today's policies resemble those that led to the collapse of 1929.
This is John Hubner, and that was me in 2007. And we all know what happened when the subprime credit bubble burst. By March 2009, the dollar lost 50% of its value. The entire U.S. banking system was on the verge of collapsing. Like all financial problems of the past, is history about to repeat itself? Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129, before it's too late to protect yourself. Will the oncoming catastrophe take all private IRAs, 401ks with it? There is a way to protect your hard-earned assets. Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129.
Yeah?
Did you want to see me, sir?
Well, I did, but now that I do, I'm not so sure.
Sir?
Johnson, I got a mission for you that could change your life.
Oh, good, sir.
It involves traveling halfway around the world without so much as half a clue of where you're going or what you're going to do when you get there.
Situation normal, sir?
Uh-huh. But I'll be leading this mission, Johnson, so I'll be telling you what to do.
You, sir?
That's right, Johnson, and I say first things first.
Oh, good plan, sir.
And what I say is first is food. Always remember that, Johnson. Food is a big deal.
Sir, my brother-in-law can give us a really good deal on some surplus MREs.
Johnson, if you've got half a brain and that empty head of yours, you'll call the freeze-dry guy like I did. That food is better for you, it rehydrates faster, and it's good, Johnson. And it keeps for up to 30 years.
Will we be gone that long, sir?
I hope not. Now get your supplies organized and meet me down to the pier at dawn on Sunday. We sail at sunrise.
Yes, sir.
This adventure is brought to you by the Freeze-Dry Guy. Call 866-404-3663 or visit freezedryguy.com.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99 and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Independently leading the way for the nation. Compelling talk for every political persuasion. We are GCN.
Okay, we are back on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for joining us. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central, and 24/7 on our archive page at brightsideben.com. You can also check out my blog, pharmacistben.com. And if you're interested in purchasing any of the longevity products you hear us talk about or advertise on the program, you can order directly from the website, brightsideben.com, or you can Call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. Our number today on the Bright Side and every day is 844-236-6010, 844-236-6010. Got a couple lines open for you. We'll get your calls here in a moment at the bottom of the hour, 844-236-6010. If you've got questions about anything you may have read about, heard about, the longevity products, if you've got questions about that, I guess it's an email, or it was a web posting article that showed up on a website about the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. I'm still getting emails about that. Tom writes, seems like there's a class action lawsuit coming your way. I don't think so, Tom. BTT was tested, and this is Tom writing, BTT was tested and found to be full of fluoride, phosphate, and aluminum. Really? I don't think so. You guys, you got to read the article. You got to be readers, not headline readers, but article readers. A lot of times the headlines don't really describe what the article, and this is true just in general, a lot of times headlines don't describe what articles are talking about, and in this piece it's really kind of egregious. The poison, and then the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and there's nothing about testing or poison in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine if you read the article. Anyway, if you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, something you read, we're here for you. We can help clear up the confusion, and we can help you change your life. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll get your calls here in a moment, or at the bottom of the hour. Okay, so there's an important relationship between brain chemicals and feelings of anxiety. Before we went to break, we said there's an important relationship between the chemicals that come out of bacteria and anxiety. There's also a relationship between brain chemicals. They're called neurotransmitters. We'll just call them brain chemicals. Brain chemicals and neurotransmitters, whatever you want to call them, and feelings of anxiety. There's lots of these brain chemicals floating around, and each of them are going to affect a different part of the brain. There's lots of these neurotransmitters, if you prefer, floating around, and each of them will affect a different part of the brain. And by the way, there are a lot of these neurotransmitters. Just 30 years ago, I graduated pharmacy school in 1986. And, 29, 30 years ago, we only knew about 4 or 5 neurotransmitters. These days, there's probably 50 neurotransmitters. They keep discovering more and more neurotransmitters, brain chemicals. These brain chemicals are associated with various feelings of jitteriness, nervousness, calmness, relaxation. There's brain chemicals that are associated with feelings of pleasure and drowsiness and satiety. There's brain chemicals that are involved with feelings of anger and nervousness, anxiety. Even paranoia can be associated with certain brain chemicals. These days, there's actually medical folks who believe that you can do things in your life to support the health of these brain chemicals. In the book, The Edge Effect, Dr. Eric Braverman, who is well known for talking about these brain chemicals and ways that you can modulate these brain chemicals. He's got a couple of books about amino acids and proteins, and The Edge Effect is specifically about brain chemicals. In the book, he talks about eating for your brain chemicals. For example, the brain chemical called ACH, or acetylcholine, we're just going to call it ACH. This brain chemical is involved in keeping electrical energy moving through the brain in a smooth fashion. Electricity's got to travel through the body and through the brain in a nice smooth way. And ACH supports that. Deficiencies in brain ACH can lead to memory problems, learning problems, difficulties concentrating, bipolar disorder, mood swings, Alzheimer's disease, and other dementias are associated with ACH deficiency. There's no medical cure for Alzheimer's dementia. The pharmacomedical model, the drug model of treating, or of actually, it can really treat ACH, but improving the symptoms of ACH. At least one of the pharmacomedical approaches is to use drugs that support the production of ACH. ACH drugs, ACH supporting drugs like Aricept, which is one of the most important Alzheimer's disease drug, Exelon, Razidine. These all work by helping keep ACH levels up in the brain. They work by poisoning. All drugs have a poisonous effect, all of them. That's how they work, and Aricept and Exelon are no different, and Razidine and these ACH drugs are no different. They work by poisoning the chemistry that is involved in the elimination of ACH. This is a favorite strategy of the pharmacomedical model when it comes to brain health issues. This is how SSRIs drugs work. This is how a lot of illegal drugs work, too, like cocaine works this way. These drugs suppress the body's ability to eliminate ACH, to eliminate neurotransmitters, to eliminate brain chemicals. Brain chemicals are supposed to be eliminated as they're made. They get made, they do their reaction, and then they are eliminated. And they only have a very, very short life. By poisoning the clearance of these drugs, SSRI drugs and these ACH drugs, by poisoning the clearance or the elimination of these drugs, they keep the levels higher in the brain. It's never a good idea to poison anything in the body. This is not good. This is crazy science. It's crazy healthcare. And it's only because we're just under this delusion that the medical model is some kind of deity, that it can do no wrong, that it's like the Pope, it's infallible. Well, no, it's not like the Pope, or maybe it is like the Pope, it's fallible. The medical model is based in shutting things down. It's really ridiculous when you think about it, and using drugs like like Aricept and Exelon and Razidine and SSRI type drugs to poison the body's built-in clearance system is really nuts. According to Dr. Braverman, you can use dietary strategies to keep your ACH levels high, your acetylcholine levels high. He suggests using wheat germ, cruciferous veggies, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, high-protein foods, cheese, eggs, fish, soy. These are all ACH-boosting foods. You might want to try them if you're dealing with dementia issues, if you're dealing with bipolar issues, if you're dealing with any kind of mood disorders, if you're dealing with learning difficulties, you got a kid who's dealing with learning difficulties, send them off to school with some broccoli. Just steam the broccoli, put some butter and salt, and make a broccoli and egg breakfast. Eggs are also, by the way, a good source for helping build ACH. Eggs contain something called choline. And by the way, choline is a wonderful, wonderful brain nutrient. You can use it as a supplement. You can get it in eggs. You can get it in lecithin. You can use lecithin as a supplement in addition to helping you digest your food. It's also a source of choline. I like the B complex. I like choline, lecithin for improving the symptoms of dementia, as well as just for general brain health issues or general brain health. And by the way, in my personal experience, there is a lot you can do to improve the symptoms of Alzheimer's patients. I don't know necessarily about curing it, although I suspect that might be possible, but certainly you can improve the symptoms of Alzheimer's dementia by using nutrition and dietary strategies. I've seen it many, many, many times, more times than I can count. I've seen people with Alzheimer's disease improve their symptoms using dietary strategies, using the B complex and products like the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Alzheimer's patients are for the most part elderly. That means for the most part they've had many years of subjecting their body to nutritional deficiency, of subjecting their body to digestive system abuse, of subjecting their body to strategies that break down the digestive system. But because the brain burns through nutrients quickly, when you replace the B complex, when you replace essential fatty acids, when you replace minerals, when you start to use choline, when you start to use lecithin, in my personal experience, many dementia patients will respond and respond quickly. Many times within 24 to 48 hours. There's no drugs that can do that. Folks, there's no prescription drugs on the planet that can have the same kind of powerful effects, non-toxic effects for Alzheimer's patients and dementia patients in general as the B complex, choline, and lecithin as well. All right, we're coming back with your phone calls. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side.
Worried about getting sick and feeling terrible for days or even weeks? You need Immudyne for a healthy immune system. Why get sick and bother with products that just don't work? For just $1 a day, Immudyne is all natural and safe for all lifestyles. Call 866-257-8668 to buy now before it's too late, before you get sick. Or go to IMMUDYNE.com, Immudyne.com, or call 866-257-8668.
Are you hungry for delicious, nutritious, rich, and satisfying home-cooked meals? Discover the Vita Clay 4-in-1 Smart Organic Cooker. Unglazed Zisha clay, an ancient secret that makes this fast multi-cooker so special. Infusing your food with incredible flavors, perfect texture, vitamins, and minerals for your good health. It's a slow cooker, rice cooker, a steamer, plus a yogurt maker. Go to VitaClayChef.com and enter promo code RADIO20 for 20% off at checkout. That's VitaClayChef.com.
You pick up the receiver with your heart racing and sweat dripping from your forehead. You finally muster the courage to dial the number to call into your favorite talk radio show. It rings once, twice, and then...
Hello, it's GCN. What's your name and the state you're calling from?
Surprised you got through, you squeak out.
Jason from Minnesota.
Please hold.
As you patiently wait for your turn, you begin to daydream about being a famous talk radio host and what it would be like to have your own show.
Jason from Minnesota, you're up.
Millions of loyal listeners worldwide waiting to call and talk to you. you.
Caller, are you there?
Cheering crowds surround you, calling out your name.
Going once, twice. Okay, we gotta move on to the next caller.
You blew it.
Huh? Wait, no!
Interact with the host you're listening to right now, online at GCNlive.com. Click on the community link. Engage with other listeners. Ask questions. Start debates. Don't agree with the host? Let them know. Be a part of the community at GCNlive.com.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. So many other formulations out there contain toxic ingredients, synthetic additives, and even GMOs. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Now is the time to secure Ancient Defense for you and your family. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
By now, you've heard the news stories about police shootings turned into racially charged protests and police officers being executed in retaliation. These developments are frightening to say the least. The scary part is that now police officers feel like they have to form committees and hold public hearings just to get approval to respond to a violent crime in progress. They have to hesitate now and worry about being attacked by the media and the public just for doing their jobs. The point is, you need to be able to defend yourself. Your home, business, family, your survival depends on you now more than ever. Look, the police are being hamstrung. Anti-American forces are working to register and eventually confiscate our guns. Politics are threatening our Second Amendment and our freedom. Fight back. Get a Ghost AR-15 at guns80.com. Go to 844-2-GUNS-80. That's 844-248-6780. Look, there are no papers, no dealers, and no registration. Get your Ghost AR-15 rifle now. Go to guns80.com, that's guns80.com, or call 844-2-GUNS-80 today.
You're listening to GCN, proudly sponsored by UnseenNow.com. Lock down your digital life at UnseenNow.com. This is GCN.
We are back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Thank you for joining us, friends. Our number is 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. And I'm sorry, that's the number for the phone team. I was about to tell you that. The phone team, the Brightside Ben phone team, 866-735-2470. If you're interested in joining the Brightside Ben team and helping change lives with nutritional supplementation, also starting yourself a business, 866-735-2470. You can purchase any of the longevity products by calling that number as well, 866-735-2470. Our number today, if you want to get on board, and we do have a line open for you, is 844-236-6010, 844-236-6010. If you've got questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, something you read about, heard about, ingredients, skincare, we can help clear up the confusion. We want to hear from you. 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's go to New York and welcome Ray to the bright side. Good morning, Ray.
Hey, good morning, Ben. How are you today?
Doing good. What's on your mind?
Hey, I've talked to you in the past. I'm in Syracuse. I just love your show.
Thank you. And by the way, did you tell me in the past you're from Syracuse?
Yes. Yep.
What is Syracuse like these days? You know, I lived there for a while, right? We talked about that problem,
I know,
right?
yeah. Hey, today's bright and sunny. We got maybe 2-3 inches of snow on the ground. It's been light season for snow.
Did they clean up the city? Nah, you're laughing.
I believe it. I know. I believe it's in decent shape. It's not like Baltimore, but it's not Buffalo. So.
All right. They gentrified it. They fixed it up a little bit. Did they fix it up a little bit since the 70s and 80s when I was there?
Oh, quite a bit.
Okay,
good
deal.
And even the university's moved into the downtown now with different buildings.
Where do you live in Syracuse? Just real quick, where do you live in Syracuse before you lose before everybody?
I live in the suburbs, in the burbs in Manlius.
Okay, good. All right, cool. What's your question, Ray?
Hey, I missed your show on Monday, but I know you were going to talk about brain health, and you're going on with that again today. But I wrote this article about 2 years ago, which was it transformed me. It was about MCTs associated
medium chain triglycerides. Medium chain triglycerides.
Yep, medium chain triglycerides. Yep.
They're awesome.
And interacting with how they interact with ketones with certain diets. Diets that produce more ketones. This article was about a woman who was a doctor who was reading the American Medical Journal, and she was astounded to see a pharmaceutical quote breakthrough with this new pill coming out that would not stabilize but somewhat reverse Alzheimer's and or what's the other Alzheimer's and the other brain disease. But anyways, she was really attracted to this article in the AMA because her husband of 35 years, who was an accountant, she's a doctor, had succumbed to Alzheimer's, and he didn't recognize anyone in his family. He's at that point where it was at the point of quote unquote no return. However, she read this article in AMA, and the main ingredient in this pharmaceutical. Coconut oil.
Oh, yeah. Coconut oil is about 65% or so MCTs. Coconut oil is.
She was astounded that the article said it not only stabilized the condition, but it improved it, which she said, in her opinion, no other drug did that. So
can you imagine this?
It's crazy. So she gives her husband a tablespoon of oil, coconut oil, in the morning and in the afternoon or in the evening.
And what happened?
Well, she gave him a clock test, which they give Alzheimer's patients. Draw the face of a clock, 1 through 12 in the hand.
Right.
And on day 1, he drew a scribbly, not even a circle. Day 7 or 8, after 1 week, he drew the face of a clock with 80% of the numbers in their place. After 2 weeks, he drew almost a perfect clock once again. After 3 weeks,
that's great.
It was a perfect clock.
I'm telling you, man, this is what we're capable of.
His family, everybody. After 2 months, he's balancing. He couldn't even walk. He had this gaunt. She said a gaunt that he was unstable walking. He lost his gaunt. He could communicate. He knew everybody.
That's amazing.
Now he jogs, and now he volunteers at the hospital.
And all he's doing is coconut oil, nothing else?
Coconut oil. But she did say when he goes off of it for a couple of days, he starts to succumb again.
That's amazing. That's a great story.
Are the trigger. So
MCTs they're amazing. When I worked at University Hospital here in Denver as a pharmacist, I worked in what they call PEDS ICU and also neonatal ICU. These just tragic places. Denver is sort of a regional hub for folks to come, for kids and parents to bring their children to, when they're sick, they come to University Hospital. And so there's a lot of really sick children with digestive problems, especially with digestive problems, preemies and such. And these are kids who in the pharmacy, we would fill daily dose of coconut oil and MCT for these kids because MCTs are easy for the body to absorb. They're tremendously effective for digestive health, and they're very, very important, as you say, for brain health. And by the way, if you're trying to diet, MCTs, medium chain triglycerides, are burnt preferentially for energy. So you'll get energy, and they're not stored. So they're burnt for energy. The body handles them tremendously effectively. And they're as easy to obtain as going to your health food store and getting a jug of coconut oil, which is delicious, by the way. Thank you for pointing all this out, Ray. I appreciate it. Do you use coconut oil?
Yeah, I use this brand called from the Wilderness family. It tastes just like butter. My kids don't even know the difference.
Oh, it's so delicious. It's better than, well, it's as good as butter. I mix butter and when I'm cooking eggs and stuff, I use both coconut oil and butter because I like the taste of butter.
Yeah, I mean, the transition was easy, but I just use coconut oil now. But also, hey, I want to ask you a question about when I love your products. I take everything from the BTT. It's changed my life. You know,
awesome.
I'm focused. I had ADHD, allegedly. I never took anything for it. But now, BTT, I take the OsteoFX. I take the few other things. I take the EFAs, of course, and the selenium, and I take the nightly essence. And
awesome.
I'm telling you, it just really has transported me. But my question is, when in relationship to eating food should I take these or some of these?
It doesn't really matter. Nah, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. It's nice to have a little digestive juices going when you're taking your supplements, so it makes it a little easier to absorb. But if you don't have any food around or you miss your supplements, it doesn't make that big a difference. If you really, really wanted to max out on everything, probably there's certain foods and certain supplements you want to take with certain foods, or some on an empty, some on a full stomach. But for the most part, it's not a significant difference. For most of us, it's not going to make that much of a difference.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
And last thing, hey, the nitrites. I heard you say they're okay, but I read a lot of bad things about how they interact with stomach acid. You know, so I stay away from them myself. But
well, you're not going to be able to stay away from them. They're found in foods. But as it turns out, the nitrites and the nitrites and the nitrates are actually used by the body to make nitric oxide, which is very important. And I haven't forgotten our topic. We're going to get to it. I've been digressing a little bit, as I like to do on this program. But we're going to get back to talking about nitrates and nitric oxide. I'm going to tell you why the thinking on nitrates and nitrates has changed over the last few years. 10, 15 years ago, they would tell you, oh, you got to stay away from them. They're cancer-causing, etc. These days, there's a lot of literature that supports actually going out of your way to eat nitrates and nitrites. In fact, there's a lot of folks who believe that some of the more common diets, health diets, not negatively, but good, healthy diets that we're told that we're supposed to use, that we're supposed to indulge in, are actually nitric oxide building diets because they contain high levels of nitrates and nitrites. Got to move on. Thanks so much, Ray. I appreciate talking to you. Have a beautiful day, buddy. All right, we'll get to your phone calls when we come back. If you're on hold, hang tight. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network.
Hello, it's Tom Chenault from The Tom Chenault Show. We are experts in home-based business and residual income. We show people how to make money from their home, either part-time or full-time, and in partnership with Genesis Communication Network, we've organized a team to fight back about people not having money, time, or health. And we need your help. What we want you to do is, if you've got an interest in building an organization to fight back against people taking our money, taking our time, and taking our health, we want to talk to you. All you need to do is call this number, 855-308-8326. Again, all you want to do is call 855-308-8326. You can make a tremendous amount of money and end up fighting for a great cause. Please call us right now.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
Managing your business and customers isn't easy, huh? SnapForce Customer Relationship Software may be just what you need. SnapForce CRM is a software solution that helps you manage everything important about your customers, from sales to marketing to service and support. All of your customer information is right there at your fingertips for easy access. It's time to take control of your business in a snap. Get your free trial at snapforce.com. That's SNAPFORCE.com. Snapforce.com.
Worried about getting sick and feeling terrible for days or even weeks? You need Immudyne for a healthy immune system. Why get sick and bother with products that just don't work? For just $1 a day, Immudyne is all natural and safe for all lifestyles. Call 866-257-8668 to buy now before it's too late, before you get sick. Or go to IMMUDYNE.com, Immudyne.com, or call 866-257-8668.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Great minds think alike. The network for the independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network. GCN.
Okay, we are back on the bright side. Robert in Nevada, what is going on? Good morning.
Good morning, Ben. Thanks for taking my call. Appreciate it.
Sure, what's up?
Before I go any further, I got to say, Ben, if there was such thing as the Mount Rushmore of nutrition, 3 of the 4 heads would be you, Wallach, and Glidden.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and so does Dr. Glidden and Dr. Wallach. Thank you, buddy. I'm in good company if I'm with those guys.
Yeah, you are that. Let's get right to it. 2.5 months ago, I was in a bus crash, and I suffered some fractures in my spine and my shoulder.
Okay.
When I went to the room for treatment, I had some CT scans done, which shows some interesting things aside from the fractures. I've got some arthritis going on in my lower spine, and I have some polyps in my liver, and a large prostate, and high blood pressure also, which I knew that.
How old are you?
54 years old, 5'9", 190 pounds.
Okay, so you got. Here's the deal: the spine and the fractures and the healing is going to be impaired by the other problems that you're having. It sounds like the blood sugar's off, so you're going to want to work on that. I'll give you some ideas here in a second. And then you haven't said anything about your digestive system, but in my experience, when the blood sugar's off, that usually follows long-term problems with the digestive system. I've yet to see a blood sugar problem that does not have either an associated or a preceding digestive condition. I'm sorry, you're about to say there's something going on, heartburn, gas, bloating, constipation, that kind of thing, anything along those lines?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that will tie into what I'm eating, digestion, etc. So
it's usually the first thing, buddy. It's always, not usually, always the first thing that you want to focus on. You guys, and I'm not just talking to Robert here, I'm talking to listeners, okay, and Robert too. We want to really get this idea of the complicated nature of health out of our heads. That only serves power structures. That only serves doctors in the medical model. This idea that it's complicated and that we need tests and diagnostics and medications and we got to go back for visits, et cetera, it just serves the people who are billing us for this stuff. Health is simple, and what you got to do for Robert or anybody else listening who's got a health condition, and it may not seem like it's connected, but it is. You're not going to heal your spine as long as you have digestive problems. It may not seem like the digestion is related to the spine, but it is. Number one, always the first thing is going to be to get some data, assess what kind of foods you're having an issue with. Now, you can assume it's going to be a food that you love, because usually it is. You can assume it's the big 5 foods that cause digestive problems: grains, legumes, eggs, dairy, and shellfish. food allergies, I should say. But it's even better just to jot down everything you eat and then how your body feels after, or jot down your digestive symptoms and then what you ate 2, 4, 6 hours before. Either direction. You can do it with your symptoms first or the foods first. But any way you look at it, you want to link your symptoms to your foods, and then you're going to eliminate those foods. Simultaneous with that, and this is for all health issues, you got to use digestive support, chief among which are going to be probiotics, as we've been talking about here today and yesterday. Probiotics, good bacteria. I love the Biolumin Nightly Essence, but you're going to have to play around with doses, and you may have to play around with brands. I would start off with the Biolumin Nightly Essence because it's got the enzymes in it, and it's got multiple strains. It's a good source of multiple strains of bacteria, and you're going to get a good healthy dose, and it's relatively cheap as far as these things go. But you might have to play around with the doses, and you might have to play around with the brands even. So about maybe 50 to 100 billion units a day. See how you do with that. Eat fermented foods as well. Then you're going to want to use digestive enzymes after all your meals, and apple cider vinegar as well. Robert, if there's any inflammation going on, and it sounds like there is, the digestive enzymes taken on an empty stomach can have anti-inflammatory properties. Empty stomach, anti-inflammation, with foods and apple cider vinegar, it'll help you digest your food. I love glutamine powder as a way of building the digestive tract. Same with the fucoidan Z or the Z radical. Fucoidan Z is probably a little better. And same with cartilage-containing products, cartilage-containing foods, I should say, like the bone soup, where you soak your bones you make soup out of the bones and let the cartilage sit in the water. As the water boils, put a little lemon juice or lime juice to help dissolve that cartilage. And all those long-chain sugars and protein sugar complexes that make up the cartilage will dissolve in the water, and they'll coat the digestive tract and help support its rebuilding and its overall health. Glucosamine, as we've said many times, which is used for arthritis and used for inflammatory diseases or inflammatory joint diseases like arthritis. Glucosamine can also help support the health of the digestive tract. So you may want to use the glucogel caps. And by the way, gelatin can also help. Gelatin is a type of collagen, and the amino acids in gelatin can also help build up the digestive tract lining. You can use gelatin capsules. The glucogel caps, of course, will help you that way. Or you can use Knox gelatin if you like, and bone soup also has some gelatin features or gelatin factors in there too. Stabilizing the blood sugar means more protein, more good fat, and micronutrients, vitamins and minerals, especially the B complex, vitamin C, electrolytes like potassium and calcium, and then minerals like chromium and vanadium, which you'll find in the sweeties. Selenium can be important for helping the body process sugar, as well as sulfur. Use MSM, maybe 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams a day. You'll get some MSM in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. So Healthy Start Pack, Biolumin Nightly Essence, digestive enzymes with vinegar, fucoidan Z and Z radical, maybe a little glutamine powder, bone soup. Indulge yourself. Enjoy your bone soup. That can have some benefits, and then stabilize your blood sugar with the sweeties as well as with the B vitamins and electrolytes. And I got to move on, Robert. Anything else? Did I cover all the bases for you?
Yeah, quickly. Then I did a CDL physical yesterday. I'm a bus driver, and the young lady told me was protein in my urine, which could speak to dehydration. Is that an indicator of
kidneys? No, it sounds like a kidney problem. It sounds like your diabetes is starting to cause your kidneys to break down a little bit. The kidneys are like a spaghetti strainer for the blood. They're a strainer for the blood. They filter out the blood. Once the blood gets dirty, or once sugar starts to build up in the blood, that's where kidney problems happen. And you're not alone, Robert. They're almost like an epidemic. I would say 10, maybe 15% of the population is dealing with some kind of kidney issues, and it's not good at all. Fortunately, the kidneys are forgiving and resilient and strong, and many folks aren't going to notice they have kidney problems. Nonetheless, it's a big issue, and it's something you want to take care of. Consider kidney problems to be blood problems and sugar problems first and foremost. Okay. Thank you, buddy. Good. God bless. Have a beautiful day. All right, my friend Rose, what's up? Good morning.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Rose. Hey, Rose.
How you doing? Thank you again for your kindness and,
sure.
a love for you. I was going to ask you, I have a technical question, but I'll just have you, and I'll call you at a different, time. Okay. But when it comes to a person, I know of a case of a person that it's a unique situation, and the person got shot in the back. It has some fragments, I guess, of bullet fragments.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Near the spinal cord. Is there anything that that the body? When I was studying anatomy and physiology, I know that the body itself tries to get rid of foreign objects out of your blood system.
If it can't, it'll wall them off. It'll create a little boundary, a pocket of tissue to surround it if it can't eliminate it. And usually, I don't know, if he's been shot, chances are it's going to be difficult for that to get eliminated. It'll just stay in the tissue and you'll get inflammation in that area. It could be painful. You basically want to use anti-inflammatory strategies, essential fatty acids, make sure he's staying away from pro-inflammatory foods, processed foods, sugar, and processed fats especially are the most pro-inflammatory foods. But that's a tall order for nutrition. The most important thing you want to do is keep inflammation down, keep the body's anti-inflammatory and inflammatory balance appropriate, and that basically means staying away from inflammatory foods, of which sugar is the most likely suspect. Thank you so much for your call, Rose. Appreciate it. I want to get one more call in if we can. Ed in Washington, welcome to the Bright Side.
Hey, Dan.
Hey. Got about a minute, bro.
I appreciate your show.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask about the 90 for life strategy that Jesse has there at helping coach a friend with some weight loss, and to hear more about it.
Okay, the idea of 90 for life is 90 is the 90 essential nutrients for life is for life. The 90 essential nutrients for life. Many of the problems that we're having, that we have in terms of health anyway, and mental problems and physical problems, psychological problems too, can be linked to deficiencies in one or more of these 90 essential nutrients. Now, the deficiencies come from the fact that our soils don't have the minerals that they need, and once the soils don't have the minerals, the plants can't make the proteins they need and the vitamins and the vitamins, etc. So the animals that eat those plants become deficient as well. Compound that with the fact that we subsist largely on processed foods that didn't exist 200 years ago, foods that the body really doesn't know how to deal with, foods that have been strategically and systematically denuded of their nutrients. Why? Because when foods still have their full complement of nutrients, they're unstable. They can't be sold. They can't be shipped and sold as effectively. So food processors have learned to remove the nutrients and then replace them with a little smattering of nutrients, not enough to cause destabilization of the food, but enough just so you don't get a major deficiency disease. So we get fooled. We think we're eating correctly because we don't have some major deficiency disease. However, over the course of time, we do end up with deficiency-based health conditions. And the 90 for life is the concept that says you can replace those 90 essential nutrients that you're not getting in the food through a supplement program like the one designed by Doc Wallach, and that basically means the Healthy Start Pack. Thanks for your call. I'd appreciate it. I'm Pharmacist Ben. That's all the time we have for today. Have yourselves a wonderful, spectacular, awesome day. If you're interested in joining my team, call the Brightside Ben phone team, 866-735-2470. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates. 1-800-425-4610.